Thank you for joining us for another tip of the week. I'm Trey Gnewikow here at Forest Hills Golf Course. We're down in hole 19 again this week. Going to be working on wedge control, distance control, all those things. We've worked on some short chips, some kind of mid-length chips, pitches, different things like that. This is going to be more of your half to almost even full swing wedge, trying to get that distance dialed down so when you hit the great drive and you got 70, 80 yards, 50 yards in the fairway, that we can get up and down and make more birdies. Or if you went in the trees and you punched out and now you got 40 yards from the fairway, you're trying to get up and down for par, that we can get up and down more often and do those things. The most important thing with wedges is getting that distance control down. A lot of people tend to struggle with maybe hitting it too far or chunking it and coming up short. As far as that goes for wedges, we really want to feel stable again. So our feet do not have to be very wide since we don't have a lot of torque on a wedge swing. So there's not too much going on. You can keep your feet kind of close together and you want to almost feel like you're leaning forward. Because with these wedges, it's a good idea to take a divot. Some turf interaction can go a long ways with keeping the club head square, as well as just a consistent strike between the club head and the golf ball. So when I look here and I'm trying to set up to my target, I think of almost my club and my feet being like train tracks. So if we aim our feet right at the flag, we're aiming there, and aim our club right at the flag, they kind of crisscross, and then it makes our aim a little bit off. So you want to think almost like train tracks, as we got the tracks right over here to my right, like your feet are that left rail, and the ball and the club are there. So you've got a parallel stance. So I'm technically aimed probably a yard or two left of the pin in order to hit it right at the pin. So they kind of work together like that rather than trying to cross your aiming. And then for distance, think of your arms as a clock. So when we do this, we don't want to necessarily take care of the club head where the club head is as a clock, because it gets all over the place. We want to think of our hands as the clock. So as I get this short shot, going to land somewhere towards the bottom of the hill, I want to swing my arms from 6 to 9 to 3. And this for me, I just know it from practice, is about a 40 to 50 yard wedge shot. So as I set up here, make sure my stance is all good. Should land about the bottom of the hill. I'm going to swing from 9 to 3 and we'll see the result. We'll pop it up so it lands about just towards the bottom third of the hill. And then as we take our next step, we do the exact same thing, maybe swinging now 10 to 2 rather than 9 to 3. You'll get 8 more yards out of it, and then it can zone in your distance to be quite better. So if I try to get this one to land more towards the top of the hill, swinging 10 to 2, then you'll see that up there, it lands about 5-6 yards in front of my ball, and then sets up there. Now for the last one, if we're trying to get this all the way up to the green, this is more of your full swing. With a wedge, one good idea that you can keep is trying to keep that left arm straight, because then the face will stay square and come right back down. So when we do a full swing wedge, keeping that left elbow locked or the left arm straight can be a good thing as far as consistency. If I try to get this one all the way back up to the hole, then it'll look something like this. And we'll see it fly up to the green about right center up there. So the idea with all these is something that we can repeat with a distance control that we can kind of have, so that way we can zone in that, make more birdies, get up and down more for par, and have a lot more fun at golf this summer. Catch us next week for another tip of the week and see what you can learn going forward to improve your golf the rest of the summer.